Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be going over what I read in May. Honestly, it wasn't a whole lot because I have been slumping so hard. Like between May and June so far, I have barely, there's a decent amount of books here. This month I've only read 2 books and it's literally the 14th. Like, that's sad. So we're just gonna go over what I read in May, how I felt about them, and yeah, get into all the good stuff. So our first book is going to be Powerful by Lauren Roberts. This is the novella type story to Powerless. And Powerless, if you remember correctly, I gave that 5 stars. Well, I also gave her 5 stars. And honestly, I hated this book when I first got it because of how small it is, but it's so adorable. Like, I don't know. So it's only like 200 pages long. It's not long at all, but God, the amount of story that is in this book. I just feel like it gave a whole different light to what's going on in that story, and we got to follow Adina, and she was quickly one of my favorite characters. I love her to pieces. So getting to see her side of things was so nice, but at the same time, this book shattered me to pieces. And if you've read it, you know why, or if you've read Powerless, you know why. And I really like the introduction to Mac in this book, and I really hope that in Reckless, he has more of like a stance in the book because I really did love him. I can't remember who said it. It was either Tiara or Noor, but one of my friends said they wish they would have tandem read this with Powerless, and I cannot agree more. Like, I wish I wouldn't have read Powerless yet so that I could have read these at the same time, because like I said, it just gives light to the other side of the story and it's so interconnected. Like, I knew what was happening when she was doing one thing. I was like, okay, this is what Peyton's doing right now. And I just feel like it would have been really neat to tandem read. So if you have not read Powerless yet, I would highly suggest doing it together. Okay, and the second book that we read in May is going to be Part of Your World. I gave this book 2.5 stars. So I started off really enjoying this book because their meet cute was so freaking cute. Like, I loved it so much. Like, just within 5 seconds of meeting this man, I knew that I loved him because of the way he like introduced himself, if you want to say. So that was really neat, but then I just found myself being so bored. So like the whole premise of this book is the fact that they're not part of each other's world. Like, they live in completely different worlds, but the way that Abby ties it together in the end and makes her world crush with his world was absolutely perfect. So that's kind of why I gave it the 3.5, because it started off good and it ended good. I just, somewhere in between, I kind of got lost. So the next book we read in May, we actually ARC read another book, and it was by Casey Tyler. And if you've heard me talk about her before, she is the author of He Sang to Me. And I just thought she was such a sweet person. So when she came to me about her second book, I was like, yes, please. So The Summer of Falling by Casey Tyler, I gave this book 4 stars because I absolutely love it. Like, she literally took Summer and shoved it into this book, and I could not be more obsessed. So we kind of have like a friends to lovers type deal going on. We have some found family, which the most wholesome. I loved all of the characters so quickly. Like, the way that they just made everything feel homey and like tight and knit. I loved it so much. And then the love triangle. So typically I don't like love triangles like at all, but she literally did like the most perfect love triangle, and I cannot stress that enough. The ending of this book had me gasping and crying. Like, I was so happy. I immediately picked up my phone to text her. Honestly, when I read the synopsis of this book, I kind of got the Summer I Turned Pretty feels, and it kind of made me nervous, honestly, because I don't like that series. It just was not for me. But this is like what it could have been in my eyes. Like, what that series could have been is this book for me. But yeah, it got me out of a slump after reading Part of Your World, because I was kind of like ugh after that one and not really wanting to read anything. But this one was like so fast paced and easy to read that I could not stop, and I was just so in love with it. Okay, and the next book we read, The Grimm Effect by Elle Kennedy. I gave this book 4.5 stars because it literally was so good. So a little backstory, Elle Kennedy was like one of the first 5 authors I started reading when I picked up reading again, and the Off Campus series has not left my mind since. Neither has Garrett Graham. So when this was announced, I was literally so freaking excited, and it did not let me down. It was honestly like everything that I could have wanted and more. Like, a woman playing hockey, new obsession. It's just so badass. I don't know why, but I just love that she was playing hockey and like learning from him. It was so cute the way they did it. Like, I literally want you to read this book just so you can see. And maybe there's other books with women hockey players, but I've never read one. This was my first and I freaking loved it. Okay, and the next book we have is Glove Safe by Tegan Hunter. I gave this book 4 stars. It is number 6 in the Carolina Comment series, which breaks my heart because there's only one more left and I don't want to be done. So in this one specifically, we have a single mom and a grumpy goalie, which is like the perfect mix. The banter was like off the freaking charts good. I can't even, like, between Stevie and Greer and then Macy. Oh my God, like Macy was probably my favorite character in this. That's Stevie's daughter. She's just this 10-year-old, but like, y'all know how sometimes kids keep the book alive. Like, I used to not like kids in books, but now like I do love it. And the funny thing about this one is the FMC doesn't even like hockey, but her daughter is absolutely in love with it and all the Carolina Comment players. So she does it for her daughter. She'll watch games for her daughter, all of that good stuff. And I just thought it was so cute. And then to get to see the relationship between Greer and Macy build, it melted me. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely adored this one. It has such a strong FMC. It was kind of a slow burn, but honestly with a kid, I wasn't expecting jumping straight into it. So I absolutely love this and I am so sad that I'm almost done with this series. Okay, and the next book and the last book that we read in May is The Rule Book by Sarah Adams. I gave this book 3 stars. So it's actually kind of disappointing because that's my lowest Sarah Adams rating that I have, but I didn't really like this book, unfortunately. So I mean, yeah, obviously it's a sports romance. He falls first, I will say that. And I love that aspect because I love when they fall first. I don't know why. But then it was just okay. So yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't love it. So I honestly can't remember much about it to speak on it too heavily. But I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt that I did not like Nora. She was just like way too much for me. I couldn't. She was way too vibrant and giddy and I just could not stand her. But I loved Derek, so it was too much going on. My emotions were too all over the place and I just didn't really enjoy it. Okay, and then one more book I want to touch on. We read an arc on NetGalley and it was The Slowest Burn by Sarah Chamberlain. I gave that book 3.5 stars and the plot of it was probably my favorite part. I really loved the plot because it was like she writes cookbooks for a living and he's a chef. So she gets assigned to write his cookbook and I just love the feelings that were going back and forth. Seeing them cook together was oddly so cute. I can't tell you the amount of times that Kirian actually had me dying laughing. He was really funny, so I really liked him. She was a very driven FMC, so we love a strong FMC, so I did enjoy that aspect. I literally can't make this up. We were almost done and my camera died. So we love that. So I want to say that I was finished talking about The Slowest Burn. I gave it 3.5. It was pretty good. So that is everything I read in May. We read 7 books, which isn't too bad, but I feel like I'm doing horrible this month. It's so freaking bad. So thank you guys for watching. I had so much fun as always. Hopefully you got some recs from this video or maybe some of them are on your TBR. Let me know. So I will catch you guys next time. Read some great books and I love you. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hi guys. Hello friends. Hi guys. Hi. Hi. I don't know how to say it.